In just the past couple of weeks, President Biden has signed a flurry of executive orders, including several on restoring and strengthening our immigration system. So let's talk about what these executive orders actually do. First, let's talk about the executive order on legal immigration. That is, all the pathways for visas and green cards and work permits and all the other legal pathways for immigration in this country. The title of the executive order is notable. It's about restoring faith in our legal immigration systems. And what President Biden is effectively doing is directing all the different cabinet secretaries, like the Secretary of Homeland Security and the Secretary of State and the Attorney General, to do a number of things to restore and strengthen our legal immigration system. So one is really focusing on naturalization. That's the process by which immigrants become U.S. citizens, become Americans. That system has undergone some challenges over the past 4 years. The last administration wasn't necessarily a fan of streamlining the path to citizenship for immigrants. But what President Biden has done with this executive order is directed his cabinet to knock down any barriers they can find standing between immigrants who are eligible for naturalization and U.S. citizenship, to substantially reduce the extremely long processing times that are an obstacle to citizenship right now, to potentially reduce naturalization fees. Now, the Trump administration had proposed hiking those fees. That's not going to happen, but they're still pretty expensive. And it's interesting to see that, in the months ahead, the administration might make them lower for the first time in quite a while. And then last, President Biden has directed his entire government to embark on creating a national strategy to promote naturalization, which would be something quite remarkable and could include new and creative efforts to spread the good word to immigrants who are eligible for U.S. citizenship that they should go for it, because it does lead to increased integration into communities all across the country, increased earning power, increased civic participation, and a range of other benefits. And to that end, this executive order also reestablishes something called the Task Force for New Americans, which used to be an object of bipartisanship. There was a Task Force for New Americans under President Obama. There was one under President George W. Bush. There's going to be a new one now. And this task force is a whole of government effort to make sure that new Americans, that is, immigrants who have become newly naturalized, have every opportunity to succeed in this country. Finally, this executive order, importantly, does a number of things to rescind Trump-era policies. There are some specifics, like initiating a process to get rid of something called the public charge rule, which is basically a wealth test for immigrants that has scared a lot of immigrants from using healthcare benefits and nutrition benefits that they're actually eligible for. That's basically going to go away at some point in the future. The president has just indicated that that process is underway. Also directing his cabinet to do away with Trump's proposed fee hikes. So that's not going to happen. And then finally, there's this catch-all provision that's really important for anyone who's trying to navigate the legal immigration system right now. And I'm going to quote this. The Biden administration is directed to take a look at and review and possibly rescind any regulations, orders, guidance documents, policies, and any other similar agency actions that may be inconsistent with the new policy that honors the contributions of immigrants. So basically, any policy during the Trump era, and frankly before the Trump era, that stands in the way of immigrants who are eligible for visas, green cards, work permits, and all of the other things that our law provides for. Any policies that create undue obstacles are fair game to potentially be rescinded in the months ahead.